Nanoscience versus nanotechnology.
Before we continue, we should clear something up.
The terms nanoscience versus nanotechnology
Are often used interchangeably, but they are in fact two very different things. Nanoscience. Nanoscience is the study of structure and material on an ultra-small scale, and the unique and interesting properties these materials demonstrate. Nanoscience is cross-disciplinary, meaning scientists from a range of fields including chemistry, physics, biology, medicine, computing, material science, and engineering are studying it and using it to better understand our world. Nanotechnology. Nanotechnology, also sometimes called molecular manufacturing, on the other hand, is the design, product, and application of structures, devices, and systems at the nanoscale. So essentially, one is studying nanomaterials and their properties, and the other is using those materials and properties to create something new or different. Got that? Okay, let's proceed. Nano World, the global market leader for tips for scanning probe microscopy and atomic force microscopy. Sphere of influence of nanotechnology. Scanning probe microscopy, in short, SPM. A branch of microscopy that forms image surfaces using a physical probe that scans the specimen. Founded in 1981 with the invention of the scanning tunneling microscope, an instrument for imaging surfaces at the atomic level. Atomic force microscopy is a type of scanning probe microscopy with demonstrated resolution on the order of fractions of a nanometer, more than 1,000 times better than the optical diffraction limit. The information is gathered by feeling or touching the surface with a mechanical probe. The origin of nanoscience. In 1959, it was discussed by the renowned physicist Richard Feynman. In his talk, there is plenty of room at the bottom, in which he described the possibility of synthesis via direct manipulations of atoms. In 1960, Egyptian engineer Muhammad Atalla and Korean engineer Daewon Kang at Bell Labs fabricated the first MOSFET, metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor, with a gate oxide thickness of 100 nm along with a gate length of 20 um. In 1962, Atalla and Kang fabricated a nanolayer base metal semiconductor junction transistors that used gold thin films with a thickness of 10 nm.
Origin of nanotechnology. The term nanotechnology was first used by Norio Taniguchi in 1974. In 1986, K. Eric Drexler used the term nanotechnology in his book Engines of Creation: The Coming Era of Nanotechnology, which proposed the idea of nanoscale assembler which would be able to build a copy of itself and of other items of arbitrary complexity with atomic control. In 1980, the emergence of nanotechnology as a field occurred through convergence of Drexler's theoretical and public work. In 1986, Drexler co-founded the Foresight Institute to help increase public awareness and understanding of nanotechnology concepts and implications. Nanoscience and technology. Nanoscience and technology is a branch of science that studies systems and manipulates matter on atomic, molecular, and supramolecular scales, or ultra-small scale, or the nanometer scale. Nanotechnology. Nanotechnology is a study of what happens when things get very, very small, only a few atoms in size. It refers to the science, engineering, and technology conducted at the nanoscale, which is about 1 to 100 nanometers. It employs the study and application of exceptionally small things in material science, engineering, physics, biology, and chemistry. Nanotechnology is a very diverse field that is having bigger and bigger impacts on the world. It has applications in medicine, cars, spacecrafts, foods, electronics, and material science, just to name a few. It refers broadly to a field of applied science and technology, whose unifying theme is the control of matter on the molecular level and scales smaller than 1 micrometer. Normally, 1 to 100 nanometers, and the fabrications of devices within that size range. What is nanometer? A nanometer is a unit of spatial measurement that is 10.9 meter, or 1 billionth of a meter. It is commonly used in nanotechnology, the building of extremely small machines.
Nanoscale and nanostructures. Types of microscopes used in nanoscience and nanotechnology. Electron microscope. A microscope that uses a beam of accelerated electrons as a source of illumination. In 1930, German engineers Ernst Ruska and Max Knoll built the first electron microscope.
Atomic force microscope, a type of high-resolution scanning probe microscope that has a resolution that you can measure in fractions of a nanometer, was pioneered in 1986 by Nobel Prize winner Gerd Bennig along with Calvin Quate and Christoph Gerber. Scanning tunneling microscope, an instrument for imaging surfaces at the atomic level. Its development in 1981 earned its inventors, Gerd Bennig and Heinrich Röher, at 18M Zurich, the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1986. Possible applications of nanotechnology in the Philippines. Information and communication technologies and semiconductors. Health and medicine. Energy. Food and agriculture. Environment. Nanotech roadmap for the Philippines. Information and communication technologies and semiconductors. Health and biomedical. Energy. Agriculture and food. Environment. Health and environmental risk. Nanometrology. Education and public awareness.
Advantages and disadvantages of nanotechnology. Nanotechnology advantages. Nanotechnology offers the potential for new and faster kinds of computers. Nanotechnology are more efficient power sources and life-saving medical treatments. Nanotechnology disadvantages. Nanotechnologies are economic disruption. And nanotechnology are possible threats to security, privacy, health, and the environment. Next is the nanotechnology and their benefits. First is the nanotechnology and environment benefits. Nanotechnology benefits environment are improved detection and removal of development of benign industrial processes and materials concern high reactivity and toxicity. Persuasive distribution in the environment and no nano-specific APA regulation. Next one is nanotechnology and health benefits. Nanotechnology improve medicine and could save lives by making diagnosis and treatment far more effective concerns. Nanotechnology ability to cross cell membranes and translate in the body. No FDA approval needed for cosmetics and supplements. The next one is nanotechnology and economy benefits. Nanotechnology are better products. New jobs concerns redistribution of wealth, potential costs of cleanups and health care, accessibility to all income levels. November 2020. The 18 eminent scientists, scientific institutions received the UNESCO medals for contribution to the development of nanoscience and nanotechnology during a ceremony held at UNESCO headquarters at Paris. The medal is awarded each year by the Director General of UNESCO to prominent scientists, public figures, and organizations that contributed to the development of nanoscience and nanotechnology in the spirit of UNESCO's priorities.
Okay guys, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell for more info.